いを見た。
まだ強くなりたいという気持ちと夢があるので、もう一度ドリームのリングに帰ってきたいと思いました。途中からちょっと自信がなくなったところも確かにあると思うんですけど、今までやってきたことをもう一度なんですかね、自信を持てるかっていう、自分自身にもそうですけど、やっぱり森山さんが言ってたことっていうのは合ってたんだとか、言ってたことは間違いじゃなかったんだなって、そういう遠回りしたんですけど、
それは己のルーツをたどる最後の挑戦。その道を並んで走る同い年の男、宮田和幸。4秒差、誇り高きオリンピック選手はあの屈辱を忘れない。フェザー級に新天地を求めてから無敗の快進撃。国内の強豪はあらかたねじ伏せた。オリンピックに続き2つ目の勲章に手をかけようとしている。
あんまりベルトっていう意識なくやってましたけど、多分あと2発で多分もう巻いてるかなと思いますけど、宇野選手もそうかもしれないですけど、自分も毎回崖っぷちっていうか、負けたら次はないと思ってるので。
強い選手、やっぱり階級を変えてからの強さっていうのは、群を抜いて
進化の速度を競う35歳。加速するドリームフェザーウェイト。宇野薫 VS 宮田和幸。
ただいまより本日の第3試合、フェザー級ワンマッチを行います。
And now for the third match.
青コーナーより宮田和幸選手の入場です。
He's become a real fan favorite in 2010 as Little Hercules Kazuyuki Miyata, a phenomenal wrestler. In his last fight, he performed a double rainbow double suplex of the highest order. Mixed martial arts record of 10-7, 5 wins via submission, 5 losses via submission. Currently riding a 5-fight winning streak. Represented Japan in the freestyle wrestling division of the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games in the under 64 kilo class. Won the All Japan Wrestling Championship 3 times in 99, 2000 and 2002. 8 of his 17 fights have ended in the first round. And tonight he says he is going to Kogan Carluno with a German suplex. I would love to see a German suplex against another phenomenal wrestler you're very familiar with, Frank, Carluno. A Kogan? It's the new word. Try it out sometime. Can you give me a meaning? Substitute with any swear word you like.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm using the heck out of that one.
But Frank, what does the game plan need to be for Miyata taking on the experienced Carluno?
Okay, Miyata's he's got Little Hercules for a reason. A lot of strength, a lot of power. Take him down, he's got to grind it out from the top position. He's got to be on top the entire time because Udo's so slippery, so slick. Even if he thinks he's got him backed up from punches and strikes, Udo's got these little weird takedowns, little weird slipping takedowns that'll put a guy down on the ground. He's got to be very, very careful, make sure it's a grind.
And quite an entourage here tonight. Hans Thompson with Little Hercules. His wrestling students are here with him.
Oh, yeah. I heard that he said the other day, or it might have been today, he was saying there's a lot of pressure on him today because these students that he teaches wrestling to are coming to watch him today, but he still hopes to pull off the German.
Kazuyuki Miyata with the Aussie connection, Sean Frew in his corner. The Brave Gym, he started his own gym called Brave because of the cost of time spent travelling to other gyms was becoming a burden. And certainly it's paid off, as I said, riding a 5-fight win streak.
赤コーナーより宇野薫選手入場。
Do not get him wet. Do not feed him after midnight. Do not expose him to the light. The little gremlin Carluno back here at Dynamite brings in an astounding record of 25, 13 and 5, 12 wins via submission. He's beaten the likes of Rumina Sato twice, Tim Thomas, Dennis Holman, Hideo Tokoro, Mitsuhiro Ishida, Yves Edwards. The list goes on and on. Finished second at the 1999 Abu Dhabi Combat Club Submission Wrestling Championships in the under 76 kilo division, losing in the final to the great Jean-Jacques Machado. A very fluid transitions and escapes artist. He's got a move called the Uno Escape that was specifically named after him. Still very relevant here in Japan, Hans Thompson, is Carluno.
You know, Carluno is arguably one of the best known fighters to come out of Shudo and fight in organizations all over the world. And if you look at this guy's record, win or lose, he has fought everybody, and he has accounted himself well.
He's fought to draws against Andre Pederneiras, Tatsuya Kawajiri, BJ Penn. Losses to Aoki, Jochen Hansen, Kid Yamamoto, JZ Calvin. As the Hanslater said, the resume of the little gremlin is literally a who's who of the mixed martial arts world. Through the ropes, wearing the wrestling shoes, is Carluno.
ただいまより本日の第3試合を行います。青コーナー172センチ 64.8 キログラム宮田和之。
Have a look at the physique here on Little Hercules, ripped, stripped and striated as always.
赤コーナー172センチ 65.0 キログラム宇野薫。
Carluno, who is choosing to wear the wrestling boots here, is that to provide more traction when he shoots in on Miyata here, Frank?
I believe so. That's the only reason why you're going to wear it, and also, too, if you're not scared of anybody's heel hooks, knee bars, or toe locks, because those shoes give such a great grip. If anybody has that kind of style, they're going to be able to rip your legs right off.
We are set for 3 rounds of 5 minutes each. The bookmakers have Kazuyuki Miyata minus 110, Carluno at minus 120. No extension rounds. As fight number 2 of Dynamite 2010 is about to begin from the sold-out Saitama Super Arena just outside of Tokyo. Look at Carluno. He is ready to explode out of his corner. Michael Chiavello, Hans Thompson, Frank Trigg with you ringside.
Carluno needs this win bad. He hasn't done very well in his last 5 fights. He needs some confidence building, and this will be a great guy to kind of bring back his old style of sneaking in quick submissions.
And you know Little Hercules is going to try and clinch up and see if he can execute that German suplex he so promised. Fighting in his preferred southpaw stance here, Carluno circles off to his right. Nicely done. He's got to stay out of the way of the right hand here of Miyata. Miyata had a foray into K-1 Max earlier this year, fought Kazuhushi Watanabe, who you'll see later on tonight's card.
If Uno gets Miyata's back early, we can see a quick finish to this fight. But I think Miyata's got so much power, so much strength. This is going to be a long, drawn-out fight.
Nice stepping jab there from Miata. And a good straight left hand from Carluno. Fires the right over the top of the lead flow. And they clinch up for the first time. Wrestler on wrestler. Into the midsection, folds him in half like origami.
That's smart Uno's part. Miata's so strong. He needs to start using some of his slick motion. Side to side circling. Miata can get in there and grab a hold of him. He can throw Uno anywhere he wants to.
Very active first round here, a lot of mobility from both men as he checks the inside thigh kick there. Miata throws the right hand down the tube.
Obviously, Uno's very respectful of that right hand. He's doing a good job of staying just outside that reach.
Step through knee from Miata. And they clinch up again. Miata could throw the right knee here. And he does, must have heard me. Little popping left hand to the side of the jaw from Carluno. Miata wanted to set that right knee again, but the forearms are in the way. Now the midsection is exposed. Here comes the knee. Oh, he breaks up. He'll reset for the right hand perhaps. Just a fake there from Carluno. Miata fakes as well. High left round kick from Uno. And then the inside thigh kick. Nice and high on the femoral profunda. Good left hand. That being the cross of the southpaw. And Miata tries to get his own cross off. Just gets on the outside of that left. And again Miata with the head movement here. Gut munching knee, belly button through the back, doubles up on it. Solid work rate here in the first, Frank, from both fighters.
Yeah, I'm amazed that Uno's hands are so good as good as they are. They've gotten a lot better. I thought Miata would win a stand-up game relatively easy, but Uno's getting pushed around. He's getting himself with his back to the ring. He's got to get off those ropes and keep circling out because this is not a position to have Miata on you grinding this entire fight.
Looping left hand now from Uno, quickly cuts off the ring. He's got Miata on the outside here, circling counterclockwise. Miata got the forearm up just in time and tags Uno with a little popping right hand. 1 minute 45 remaining, first round set for 3.
Yeah, he's starting to find a little bit better range on his punches. This could be dangerous for Uno. Both guys don't throw very many kicks. I thought there'd be a lot more kicks, just to offset the left-hander versus the right-hander.
Outside thigh kick from Uno. Outside thigh kick from Miata. Just above the lead knee. Oh, Miata got tagged to the orbital bone with a nice popping jab. Look a little more flat-footed here, Miata, whereas Uno's moving around nicely on the balls of his feet.
When you find a stronger guy, quicker guy, you got to move a lot more. And Uno's got, like I say, he's got a bad confidence problem. It's moving because he don't want to get caught with something random to finish this fight.
It's a very good weapon for a southpaw fighter to use, and Uno's picking up on it now. The inside thigh kick to the lead leg of the orthodox. It is right for the picking because you use your back leg, your power leg, to throw the inside thigh kick, whereas if you're in orthodox stance, you use it off your lead leg, not as powerful. And again, you see it there, the inside thigh kick to good effect.
And Uno, too, is one of those guys, he doesn't mind getting taken down, but most guys are scared to kick against a wrestler because they're worried about getting taken down. Uno's very good off his back, and Miata's not very good off of his back, so if Uno gets taken down, he's comfortable. If in the middle of this melee, Uno can take Miata down, then he's an advantage point.
Trying to bridge the gap there, Miata. You can hear in the background the students of Little Hercules cheering on every time he lands a strike. It's all part of the family festivities that is the annual Fighting Festival of Dynamite. Single leg here from Carluno.
Nice shot, nice position, but he's sitting right in front. It's a punching position. Oh, nice dump. Good counter by Miata. He's got great athletic ability to keep the body moving. Wow.
End of the round, we go to the towels. First of all, if you're in the corner of Miata as Sean Frew is, what are you telling him to do in the second round, Frank?
Well, the whole round, he basically threw one punch or one kick. He had no combos. I want to see some more combos, see him move a little bit more to match Uno's movement, but don't move so much that it offsets your position. Move just a little bit more so you kind of get Uno back in those corners, punch yourself into the corner, trap him up there, and get him down to the ground. You know, Uno, if I'm in Uno's corner, I'm going to tell him, keep throwing that straight left, as you saw there. Keep throwing the inside thigh kick like you told him to, Michael, because it's a position that's going to keep him off balance a little bit. Get Miata against the ropes instead of having yourself against the ropes. If you do find yourself being pressed back, circle out of the way because you got to control the aggressiveness meter on this as well.
Hans, here in Japan, how much has the stock of Kazuyuki Miyata gone up this year, riding that 5-fight winning streak?
Well, you know, there were two things that Miyata used to get criticized for a lot, and they were running out of stamina and getting caught in submissions. You saw he has 5 submission losses on his record there, but lately he seems to have patched up those holes. He seems to be able to go the whole distance, and he has been much
He was the man who suffered that very quick knockout to Kid Yamamoto, the flying knockout by Kid that would have been a career ender for virtually anyone else, but not for little Hercules. Here we go, second round of action. Miyata looks to be setting the right hand here, and Uno's chin is very far forward. Nice inside leg kick from Miyata. And Uno returns the favour solidly.
I can't tell that because Miyata was trying to counter it. His leg went back that far, or because Uno just kicked that hard.
Oh, drops down nicely, went for a double, takes the back here of Carl Uno, does Miyata. It could be suplex time.
Well, we saw it with Randleman and Fedor when he got suplexed. He just rolled over and put an armbar on Randleman after that big suplex. And Uno has that same kind of style where he can be thrown on his back and turn around and get a submission.
Miyata wants to find the German suplex he promised at yesterday's press conference. There's one! Is he going to go for a double rainbow, double suplex like he did last fight?
If Uno stands up, he will.
It's impressive that he can tell a guy he's going to suplex him at the press conference and still get it.
Here we go, Miyata going Chris Benoit style here on Carl Uno. Uno defending now. He's got to turn back into him here.
Get his hand free a little bit, swim himself back in, good job.
Oh, and he wears 3 crisp right hands to the jawline. Does a quick count of his teeth, the little gremlin. Good inside leg kick from Miyata. He is finding range with that so far in this round, and once more.
Okay, now they're trying to lift check it. They need to start, power checking. Turn that knee inside and catch, because both guys get themselves set off balance. If they had some smarts, kick that leg out and immediately follow up with a right hand or a left hand, put him on his butt.
Nice evasion.
Jeez.
Drop down for a double, takes the back again. Suplex!
Yep, he's got it right now.
Here it comes! Puts him on the back of his head. Miyata giving the fans what they want.
Uno's got a good switch going here. Reach that hand inside. He reaches right hand inside that thigh. Turn his hips out. He can get reversal. Uno can. But Miyata's got such a strong grip.
He's going to try and suplex him for a third time here, Miyata. He's incredibly powerful, Kazuyuki Miyata.
This is just old-fashioned wrestling right here. This is to stand up and turn in, or knee slide, sit out and turn in. Uno just is giving him a position to keep suplexing him. It's not smart.
Well, Frank, one thing we are seeing here is a difference between an Olympic caliber wrestler and a guy who wrestled in high school and junior college, basically, and then went straight into MMA.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah. This is definitely a technical position, the hip position.
Miyata, who competed in the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games under 64 kilos, high left round. This is a good round for Miyata. Nice evasion, puts the jab in the face. That one was close to the groin cut. And Miyata tries to loop the shin around the back of the neck. Drops levels now. Takes the back again of Carl Uno. Is he going to find that third suplex?
He's cut Uno open. He's suplexed him twice now.
Cut over the right eye there. It's a very bad position between the eyebrow and the eyelid. The blood can run down and impair the vision. And if this one gets out of the second round, the ringside physicians will take a look at it between rounds. Knee opening here for Miyata, perhaps, off the right leg. Look out for it. And the referee gives a slap and a tickle, and he will check out that cut. Okay, Frank. There's a cut on the bridge of the nose here as well. What does Carl Uno need to do? What's he doing wrong in this round?
He's trying to make it a wrestling match. You can't win a wrestling match like this against Miyata. He's stronger, he's better at it. You got to make it a grappling match if you want to go that route. But you got to get it to the ground where you're in position. Whether you're oh, geez, that hurt.
That inside thigh has taken enormous punishment. He shoots in for a single here, Carl Uno, and it's Miyata on top now. He goes to work on that eye. He's a very nasty little man, little Hercules.
Geez, great position, great job turning himself out of that. Back on top, great wrestling position.
That's the type of cut over the eye that's a fight stopper. If this one goes to the end of the round here, Miyata is looking for a finish as he gets put inside the closed guard.
Miyata, for all of his strength and his power, he's not much of a finisher. It's really strange. He gets guys in positions where he can ground and pound him to death, but to my knowledge, help me out, Michael, how many finishes does he actually have? Like, I don't recall him really finishing
5 submission wins and he's 10 victories so far.
It's about 50%. He's definitely a guy that can finish guys a lot quicker because he's been in position twice to finish Uno with ground and pound, and that just lets him back up to his feet that we see here.
You got to figure if Miyata gets the win here tonight, he could be looking at a title match in 2011 for the featherweight championship, which will be decided in our main event between Bibiano Fernandez and Takaya later on. Final 10 seconds of the round. Who knows? Looking for heavy artillery before the bell here. Not going to happen for him, however. And that was all Miyata's round. Frank.
Yeah, absolutely. He's starting to get up big damage points too because he's done a bunch of suplexes, so he's winning that, and then he's cut Uno severely on his nose and severely on his eye. This is pretty bad. Like, Uno's in a big hole right now that he has to come back and fight from. And it's just a great classic suplex. It'd be a 5-point throw in freestyle wrestling if he was able to get it. You know, it's a finisher. It's a finisher of a round. Man, this is great. And then look at this great left kick right on the head because it came from a position that Uno wasn't expected to come from. Miyata just throws that left kick on a spacer you're not looking for.
Some of the kickboxing work that Miyata's been doing with Sean Frew, who's a Muay Thai kickboxing expert. And Miyata looking very relaxed, sporting the new hairdo, which I do not approve of. It's a strange grayish color.
Another interesting thing there, Michael, is you can hear Sean Frew shouting from the corner in English, perhaps trying to take advantage of the fact that Miyata has better English than Uno.
Sean telling me that Miyata is a very stubborn person to train and the type of guy who likes to spar hard. Sean Frew himself a couple of months ago had a broken nose courtesy of a sparring session with Miyata.
That's a typical wrestler's problem. Like, we don't understand the whole concept of hours and hours of drill and technique. All we understand is we've warmed up, we've gone over one technical point, let's go live now.
Third and final round. Carl Uno with 2 cuts on his face, one on the bridge of the nose, one over the right eye, needs to find something. And he's got to start checking those inside leg kicks. Double leg, Miyata, and puts Uno on his back.
Uno's got a half little guillotine, but it's not even close. You can see his elbow still exposed. There's no way he's going to finish that off.
Guard open now. Miyata wants to posture up and try and drill those right hands, then go to work on that cut. Throws the legs up, Carl Uno went for an armbar. And side control now for Miyata. Will he take the back again here? Yes, he does. Setting up for that suplex. It's a coming. It'll be the third one of the fight if he can pull it off here, Miyata. Rainbow!
You know, that is a great, pretty technique, but it really doesn't do that much damage to anybody. I mean, it's not one of those techniques you want to keep using because it takes a lot of energy to do, timing to get it done, but and then you're not going to knock a guy out with this if he knows how to land. All he has to do is tuck his chin to his chest, and Uno's going to keep flying out of this.
Miyata securing the back again here. He may try and set for a 4th suplex. Drops weight down, does Carl Uno. And Miyata puts him on his back again. A couple of hammer fist strikes. North-south position now. Moves around to take the back once more. Beautifully done from Miyata. He is on the money here, little Hercules.
Man. What a grind, he's really grinding out this win, but he's controlling the pace, he's controlling the position, and every single thing he can do. Uno's just outmatched in this wrestling, and that's what this match has become, as a wrestling match.
Miyata back to his feet. Oh, sticky right hand to the jawline. Rides the leg kick there. So too Carl Uno. But you know that Uno's inside leg thigh is hurt. Drops down, looks for a double there, Miyata.
Uno had a good shot there to take Miyata's back, but Miyata did a good job of circling it out and trapping the legs. Now we're just right back to the same position with Miyata on top, grinding this out.
Look at the bloodied face here of the little gremlin Carl Uno.
Hercules is really just Miyata's using a great position of control. Just every time he takes him down, every time he gets to some space, he's controlling him with his power and with his proper technique of keeping Uno always having to defend. There's no chance for him ever to get any kind of offense off.
Back to their feet. Chance for the knees here of Miyata. Carluno needs to find some answers, and he's only got 2 minutes 10 to do it. It's been Miyata's fight so far, especially a beautiful second round by Little Hercules. Misses with the inside leg kick, Carluno. But Miyata doesn't miss, just above the lead knee. Nice sprawl from Uno. And Miyata's going to look to take that back again. He does indeed. Can he set up a 4th suplex? Can he maybe try and submit Carluno?
It's going to be tough. Uno's got very good submission defense. He's very solid. It's a superior portion of the game. We really haven't seen much yet because Hercules is able to control everything. But Miyata is just one of those guys that hopefully doesn't slip up, but he's got full control of his fight right now.
Suplex number 4 may be a sitting up right now. He tried it bad. Carluno resilient.
See, Uno needs to stand up and immediately roll under a knee bar or an ankle lock because now he's just getting supleted all the time. He's losing control.
You notice here that Miyata is going for the wrestler ride without putting the hooks in a lot of times because Uno is known for scrambling out from his back position and getting sneaky submissions or good position out of that position.
Dead center of the ring. Will it be suplex number 4? No, says Carluno. He turns back into him. Uno's going to get some shots off now, and he does. Stuns him with a good left hand. Best from the fight so far for Uno. You know, Carluno's always going to grind it out to the final bell. Leg through the ropes here. The referee says break.
The one time he has a shot to take his back, which is where he needs to be, it's out against the ropes. He's got to break. He used a lot of energy getting to that position.
A fantastically entertaining contest here. Uno throws the leather, hoping to find the jawline. Miyata wants to pick him up here.
Nice step over by Uno, kind of trapped him against the corner for a second. Miyata's got amazing scrambling skills.
Time is the enemy of Carluno. And there it is. End of the 3rd and final round. We go down to the judge's decision. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes. You could even be Johnny Holmes to work out that Kazuyuki Miyata will win this one, Frank, and very impressively so.
You always work Johnny Holmes in every broadcast. I'm very impressed. I am very impressed. Yeah, Miyata won this one decisively. There's no question about it. He was able to completely control it. And he did it by an old-fashioned wrestling style. I mean, this is, for the fathers and mothers at home that want to get your kid into mixed martial arts. You got to start him in wrestling very, very early because a guy like Miyata, even though he can't really punch that well, can't really submit that well, but controls the entire fight through all of his suplex and all of his position controlling.
Frank, if he gets the nod here, which he should, he'll be on a 6-fight winning streak. Miyata, is he ready for a featherweight title shot in 2011 against either Takaya or Bibiano Fernandez?
I will tell you this, if it's Fernandez, yes, he's ready. But if Takaya wins, now they've split. Bibiano Fernandez and Takaya, then will have split 1-1 themselves. I think they'll have to have a rubber match.
First judge Miyata. The man with the 8-pack does it again. A 6-fight winning streak for Little Hercules, Kazuyuki Miyata. His students here ringside are elated. His trainer Sean through with him. What a moment and a way to end the year for the Brave Gym. 2010 really has been the breakout year for Kazuyuki Miyata. Question mark now is, Frank, where does Carluno go from here?
You know what? Carluno needs to start looking for full-off retirement. He's been getting beat up quite a bit. He's losing fights in a decisive decision. I think it's time for him to start moving to another portion of his life.
Folks, coming up next, it will be the Human Octopus, Hideo Tokuro, taking on former boxing champion Kazuhisa Watanabe.
不良好きじゃないって言ったらちょっとあれですけど、まあはい得意でないですね。
ふざけんじゃねえよ。やってるよ。
彼が赴くところ、全ての場所が逆境となる。所秀夫 in 西麻布。
まあいい思いはしないですよね。中1ぐらいの時に何見て てんだみたいな感じであったっすけどね。まあすいませんですよね。
不良は嫌いだ。深きトラウマを抱えた秀夫は大好きだった格闘技の道をがむしゃらに突き進み、二度と会わないかもしれない外国人には強いけど街で会う可能性がある日本のバッドボーイズにはめっぽう弱い。
いや怖い。
怖がっている場合じゃない。なぜなら今夜の相手は
ふざけんじゃねえよ。やったれ
暴走ボクシング王者渡辺和久。ガチンコファイトクラブ出演経験を持ち元ボクシング日本チャンピオン。相次ぐ反則行為でボクシング界を追い出された極上の荒くれ者。
俺よりパンチあったやつって同じ階級でいないっすから。
その喧嘩ファイトで K-1 の会場を沸かせてきた。そんな渡辺が総合格闘技ドリームに殴り込み、総合は初めてだが不良の戦いはノールールが常識。 MMA 参戦を夢見てきた。
一番俺の嫌いなタイプ。
まあやっぱ当たったら負けると思うんで。
そんなキャラやってるけど隠れ肉食かもしんないしね。一番嫌なタイプ。どっちにしろ嫌い。
やさ男 VS バッドボーイ。喧嘩の場所は路上ではなくリングだ。所秀夫 VS 渡辺和久。
ただいまより本日の第4試合フェザー級ワンマッチを行います。
And now for the fourth match.
青コーナーより渡辺和久選手の入場です。
In the blue corner, from Japan, Kazuhisa Watanabe.
Kazuhisa Watanabe, the 52nd featherweight boxing champion of Japan, who has recently turned his hand to a K-1 Max career and tonight makes his mixed martial arts debut. They nickname him the Prince Danger, a very interesting character who will swing for the upper tier seats here at the St. Thomas Super Arena. He said at yesterday's press conference, I am going to go for the jawline of Hideo Tokoro like nobody has ever swung to that jawline before. Which will be interesting because you know that Tokoro trains with former world boxing champion Daisuke Naito. Nato's been doing some sparring with Tokoro in preparation for this fight against Watanabe. Watanabe, 15-3 pro boxing record with 8 knockouts, 1-4 in K-1 Max. He beat Atsushi Yamamoto in K-1 Max in what was his best performance so far, and has losses under K-1 Max rules to Little Hercules Kazuyuki Miyata, who we just saw, and DJ Takei. A very entertaining character is Watanabe, hugely popular here in Japan. His last pro boxing fight was back in September 2007, where he won via knockout over Thai fighter Sung Chiron. Before that one, it was against Kota Suzushino, also in 2007. And for his last pro loss, you've got to go back to October 2006, and the loss to Koji Umetsu by decision. Watanabe, one of the very few men in the world who can say he's tried his hand at K-1 pro boxing and now mixed martial arts.
赤コーナーより 所秀夫選手の入場です。
The gentleman, Hideo Tokoro, the human octopus, one of the world's finest submission specialists. 16 of 26 wins coming via subs. His first 7 fights were in the Titan Fighting Championships. 2-6 in his last 8. He's in desperate need of a victory here tonight, Tokoro. He's had wins in his career over Hoyle Gracie, Alexandra Frank at McKenna Nagera, Jungman Kim fought Hoist Gracie to a draw at Dynamite. The man who was a former janitor. He actually cleaned up the octagon after UFC Japan many moons ago. He's looking to clean up here tonight and wipe the floor with Kazuhisa Watanabe. Tokoro in the wing. Most pundits are tipping a Tokoro submission.
これより第4試合を行います。青コーナー167センチ63キロ渡辺和久。赤コーナー170センチ63キロ所秀夫。木村さん。
Massive crowd here, the sold-out St. Thomas Super Arena just outside of Tokyo. And we are set for the mixed martial arts debut of the 52nd featherweight boxing champion of Japan, Kazuhisa Watanabe, against the tireless veteran Hideo Tokoro. Watanabe goes in as the underdog, plus 285. Tokoro the favourite, minus 385.
I said Tokoro gets taken down within the first 20, 15, 8 seconds.
Frank Trigg, Michael Chavello, Hans Thompson with you. And you see Watanabe, that unorthodox style. He promised he'll go after the jawline, and Trigg is right. Tokoro takes down Watanabe inside of 12 seconds. Throws the legs up to Tokoro, and there's an up kick to the jawline. Welcome to MMA, Watanabe.
Tokoro should be able to get, some form of submission here in the first 2.5 minutes of this round. As long as he doesn't get cracked first with that crazy right hand that Watanabe throws.
Basically what he said in the intro video there, he said, well, if I get hit, I'm going to lose.
Leg kick from Watanabe, not the thing to do against the man who shoots in like Tokoro does. Easily passes the half guard, goes to side control. A little poppy knee to the ear of Watanabe.
Now he's going to take his time, find his position, make sure he doesn't get rolled over at all, and then just rip one of these limbs off.
May set up for an armbar here if Watanabe can open up those hands for him.
Desperation already in Watanabe. He's just moving along.
Here's the armbar! Watanabe in trouble! And Tokoro's going to have to reset it now. Watanabe in all sorts of bother.
He's got a chin choke. He's actually got his leg underneath him. He's got him choked a little bit, his head turned.
Look at this from Tokoro! Watanabe in a whole lot of bother here. Can Tokoro finish?
Wow, what a great stretcher. He's getting an armbar on the far side, too.
Can Tokoro finish? Watanabe trying to kick his way out, trying to throw a knee off the right leg. The human octopus has got him all wrapped up here. 3 minutes 15 to go in the round. Watanabe in a place he has never been before, with his head between another man's thighs.
Well, we assume he's never been there before.
Armbar coming perhaps here from Hideo Tokoro. Oh, he's going to crank a Kimura. It's going to be an armbar attempt. Tokoro's going to lean back. Watanabe, vice-like grip, hanging on for dear life, and Tokoro resets again. Rolls him around. Armbar coming up, perhaps.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Watanabe tried to slam him to get out. It may have made matters works. Tokoro takes the back, puts one hook in. He's going to try and rear naked him now. He's going to try and choke him out.
Riding triangle set in, nice and tight. Got good position. He squeezes. He has no gap now behind that knee that we've seen in other fights. Now he's ready to rock.
Body triangle, putting pressure on the lower lumbar region, restricting the breathing here of Watanabe. And he throws their transitions to an armbar. The elasticized legs of Hideo Tokoro. Takes the back again here. He's riding him like a bubble horse.
It's definitely lasted longer than I thought it was going to last. It'll be over by halfway through.
Watanabe is resilient, no doubt about that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, down they go to the canvas again. Still with the back, he's trying to lock that body triangle again, is Tokoro. And he's got it cinched.
Now he's got an arm underneath his chin. He's got a body triangle on. He's squeezing both ends.
This is it.
Seconds away.
Surely it's going to be over now. Watanabe's going to tap out, or he's going to go to Nana land. Referee says, do you want to quit? And Watanabe blows him a kiss. He says, not yet. I'm not going quietly into the night.
Reset in a little tighter position, hip down. Just clinic. He's just running a grappling clinic at this point.
The human NyQuil, Hideo Tokoro, trying to put Watanabe to sleep. He resets himself again, does Tokoro. 1 minute 5 remaining here in the first round. Tokoro with the full mount. Peppers away to the upper right ribcage. Watanabe looked to get back to his feet, and Tokoro inside control. He can sit for the armbar again here, Frank.
Yeah, I think he's going to switch up the head and arm choke. So what I hate is watching Hans Thompson, our translator, start laughing in the middle of some of the translations. He's like, oh, you just tell him to go for an arm triangle.
Watanabe got top position for the first time here. And he takes a little shot to the grundle. He backs up. And the referee says, up again, Tokoro. There's Daisuke Naito. And the crowd is loving this one.
Yeah, everything about Watanabe's mannerisms here is exactly like they set it up in the video.
Look from Tokoro. And Watanabe goes inside the guard, almost left the arm in. Watanabe gets a little bit of ground and pound, drops the right hand to the ribcage.
They set Watanabe up as the bully, and that's exactly what he's acting like.
Single leg here from Tokoro.
I can't believe he's not going to be able to finish him in the first round. We're going to the second round with this.
Well, who would have thunk it? Watanabe lasts 5 minutes against one of the world's finest submission specialists.
And he almost got knocked out at the very end, so I don't know what was going on right there. He went through a big punch and got cracked for his efforts.
It looks like he's been working on his submission defense there, Frank.
He was in a couple of submission positions I've never even seen before, and how he can defend against those, I don't know, but he definitely has some ability on his back and the ability to get out of stuff. But now, how long is that going to be able to last?
I think poor Hideo Tokoro, though, Hans, you've got to be asking himself, what do I have to do to get over with this crowd? I give them the submission attempts. I turn it on every time I fight. I fought all the best guys in the world. And here's Watanabe, a guy who's never fought mixed martial arts, and they're applauding him.
You know, at the end of the day, though, it is to the benefit of Dynamite to bring in guys that can get this wide appeal. So MMA fans, they're going to like Tokoro one way or the other. He's a very exciting fighter. He's very technical. It's good to draw in some of these non-MMA fans into the bouts.
Seconds out, please. Seconds out.
Second round of action, set for 3. It was all Hideo Tokoro with submission after submission in the first round, but unable to finish a resilient Kazuhisa Watanabe. Watanabe's got to find range with his hands here. Single leg, easy takedown for Tokoro. Will he try and choke him from the top position here? Passes easily. Armbar is being set up.
He's getting that far side. He's got it locked up, but
Tokoro tries to mount him and gets there. Easily, grapevines him.
That was beautiful how he matched that up with his bridge attempt there.
Postures up, setting for the armbar again here. And here it comes.
Got it this
now,
time.
can Watanabe hold on? He's trying to kick his way out. It's a demented game of Twister. Watanabe, though, surviving. Can Tokoro finish? And now it looks like it. Watanabe in a whole lot of pain.
Wow, what strength. He's just powering out of this. There's no technical power out of that at all. That is all strength.
Incredible. Watanabe may be gashed here, and he backs up. And this massive crowd of the Saitama Super Arena applauding. He tried for a jumping axe kick, and he got caught in the groin, I think. Entertaining stuff here at Dynamite. Sakura.
I think every time I've seen someone use that flying stomp, they got hit in the groin, at least a little bit.
Sakura takes the back with ease. He's going to try and rear naked choke him. Can Watanabe survive another choke attempt? Watanabe holding on. Sakura squeezing. He's going to reset again though. Riding him like bodacious. Have a look at this. Holding onto the ropes there. Here's Watanabe. Oh, to the back of the head. Referee did not officially caution him. And Watanabe says, hey fella, get on your feet. And Sakura says, really? Okay. Here's an absolute riot.
Here comes
Watanabe.
Here comes a big power bomb from Watanabe. He's going to try and keep himself in this fight.
Sakura tucking the chin wisely. Watanabe setting the sub-thumping right hand. He should have countered from the leg kick. Watanabe wants to sucker him in. There's the beautiful jab. So fast, between the eyes. Shoots in, gets a takedown. Nice double leg there from Sakura.
That was one of the dumbest techniques I think I've ever seen thrown by any. I mean, you know you're getting taken down. Why gonna throw a lazy kick on a guy you know he's gonna take you down?
Every leg kick he's thrown has been on the ground seconds later.
That was just dumb. I'm sorry, that was just dumb.
Oh, no one ever said Watanabe was a Rhodes Scholar. He's going to pass, goes to side control easily. Top position here, armbar set up yet again for Sakura.
Sakura gets his armbar, he needs to stay on top now. He's done 3 armbars where he's gone to his back, and he's lost every single one. Stay on top now and try to finish it from the top position.
The resilience.
Or go reverse or go face down. It's not working for you, a traditional armbar.
Takes the back. Now he'll try and set up for the choke. Just wants to soften him up. A couple of blows to the side of the head. That'll ring your bell. Oh, was it a reverse headbutt there from Watanabe? And again, Watanabe.
I want to say yes. That was a headbutt.
And it allows Sakura to get the arm. Watanabe just saying, I'm okay.
Did they get this referee from the WWF or what?
I'm thinking so.
And Sakura find the submission. Nobody thought Watanabe would last this long.
Oh, he's got belly down, he's underneath his chin.
Here we go now.
It's tight.
Hideo Sakura looking for his 17th career submission. And still Watanabe defends.
Come on. I mean, this is... For a guy like Sakura against a guy like Watanabe, this fight should have been over minutes ago. This isn't making any sense that he's able to defend out of every single position.
You wonder how a guy who defeated Hoyler Gracie and fought Hoist to a draw cannot submit a pro boxer on his MMA debut. 15 seconds remaining in the second round of 3. You could hear the corner of Sakura saying armbar, armbar. Just not working for him.
You just switch over to arm triangle or something.
Like Frank said, if anything, he needs to stay away from that armbar. It keeps getting him reversed.
Okay, Frank, so if you're in the corner here of Sakura, because I won't send you to Watanabe's corner, the instruction has to be for him to just come out and swing to the jawline for hella high water. But what are you telling Sakura to do?
Get off the armbar. You keep getting it, but stop it. Roll over to the front side and go face down. We get a reverse armbar. Or stay on top, get an arm triangle, we get a head and arm choke. Or switch all the way over and start attacking his legs because he's not used to anybody attacking his legs at all. You can see that from the takedowns. He's a sucker for a knee bar, he's a sucker for a toe hold, he's a sucker for a heel hook. Start switching to that side because your regular arm bars you've hit on him 15 times now in this fight, have just gotten reversed.
Successful every time. There's Daisuke Naito, who trains in boxing with Hideo Sakura. They are longtime friends and training partners. Sakura also trains in boxing with Joji Nogi.
You guys, I have to say, amazed that the referee hasn't even said anything for that blatant shot to the back of the head or the two attempted reverse headbutts.
Out, please. Seconds out.
Third and final round here. Watanabe, if nothing else, is highly entertaining. The Prince Danger, the bully. This would be embarrassing for Hideo Tokoro to not submit Watanabe. That's the fact, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, there's because he didn't come out here and try to make it a stand-up war and go, look, I've advanced my skill and I'm gonna fight a guy, a professional boxer, on his feet. He went and specifically took this guy down, put on a bunch of different submissions, and missed every single one.
Watanabe may be ready to get airborne with that left hook, and he does, but it was good evasion from Tokoro. Gets him down. Watanabe looking for top position jostle, but he's put on his back once more. Half guard here, now full mount from Tokoro. All too easy. Watanabe tying up that right arm.
Tokoro gonna go for an armbar now?
Gee, you think so, Frank? Here it comes.
End up in another scramble and end up in the reversed. Picked up, power bombs, left let go.
Watanabe tries to put him through the ropes and onto the apron. The crowd loving it. And Tokoro didn't like it at all. Did he hurt his thumb on the way down, perhaps? I have just jarred his thumb there, Hideo Tokoro. There are chants going up now from one portion of the crowd to our left for Kazuhisa Watanabe. His fighting spirit cannot be questioned. That samurai spirit that the Japanese so love. Watanabe just needs one punch to the jawline. He's preferred the left hook. Fires the jab. Gets taken down with a single. He's not going to guillotine Tokoro. Tokoro mounts him again with ease. Grapevines him. Armbar attempt yet again. I have never seen this many unsuccessful armbar attempts in a fight in my life, Frank.
Tokoro's corner here, though, telling him to finish on top. So, just like Frank was saying, stay on top of him and finish from there.
I mean, this makes no sense. This is one of the things I learned from John Lewis when I was training Nova Yao in Las Vegas, that, stop going to your back to finish off these techniques. Stay on top, because if you miss it, you give up a great position. But if you miss it on top, at least I'm still on top. You got to just keep staying on these positions, whether it's taking their back and staying on top or Kimura on top, whatever it is, stay on top of these guys. If it's such a superior grappler as Tokoro, this makes no sense for him to keep switching to his back.
Watanabe, top position now, and he smiles. Can he posture up and work some ground and pound here? Tokoro's got to keep him pulled towards his chest. And he locks him up. Watanabe wants to break free.
Really? Because he's such a good submission guy, I would just push Watanabe off him. Just get some space so I can get my legs up and start looking for some kind of triangle lock or armbar or reverse like he got.
Oh, look at that. From Tokoro.
He's got a topside triangle too if he wants to get it.
Side control. Easy transitions, but still unsuccessful for the human octopus. Here's another armbar. This one looks painful. Could it be over now? He seals out moisture. He locks in freshness. It's good night, Irene.
And the winner.
415 attempts later, he finally gets it. All right. When he ran a grappling clinic, he couldn't finish it till the end. I mean, I have to be honest with you, Hans, you train jiu-jitsu, I train jiu-jitsu. If a guy gets that many arm bars on you, at some point you're going to stop getting the arm bar. But on the other hand, if you get that many on a guy, you're going to finish one before you get to the seventh one. You're going to finish by the third one.
I think so. I mean, especially with the enormous gap. I think we have to give Watanabe some credit here for his submission defense. His takedown defense could use a lot of work, but he was getting out of those. Maybe not the most flawless technique, but very strong, and he's doing some right things,
Walking through the crowd.
Rampage Quinton Jackson is here. So too King Mo Lawal. So too Scott Coker. All the luminaries are here at the Saitama Super Arena as Rampage just comes up and says hello to us here. Good to see you, Quinton. And there's the armbar that sealed the deal for Hideo Tokoro. But as you said, Frank, it only took about 3,000 attempts.
I know it doesn't make any sense for a guy that's that good a submission not be able to finish as quick as, a lot quicker than that. And it's unfortunate, but, obviously it went the way it did.
まだまだ格闘技人気がすごくあるということを認識させられました。ありがとうございます。
He said, made everybody understand that there's still possibility for MMA to be popular.
本当に決めれなくて、
Said I really couldn't finish
心
him.
折れそうになりました。渡辺選手、ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much to Watanabe.
Hans, I want to ask you here from the Japanese perspective, how will this be perceived of Tokoro that he could not finish till so late in the fight?
練習仲間が今、がんという大きな病気と戦っています。
Said one of my training partners here is fighting with
本当やりた
cancer.
くてもやれない志半ばの友達を救うために皆さん応援よろしくお願いします。
Said, please cheer for my friend who's my
名
training
前は
partner.
宮下智也と言います。よろしくお願い
I
し
didn't
ます。
catch the name.
ありがとう
But
ございました。
one of his training partners
皆
apparently
様、
got
どこ
cancer
選
is
手
asking for
に今一度盛大な拍手をお願いします。
You
Cheers
figure,
from the
Hans,
crowd.
that Watanabe keeps losing, but the crowd want him back for sure.
Yeah, and back to your question there, Michael. I have to say that is why Tokoro felt that he should mention it. Not that he was letting him ride, or not that just that he was tougher than he expected.
And folks, coming up next as Dynamite 2010 continues, yes, it is fist pump time. Middleman Man takes on Izumi.